Maybe I forgot to push that little button. Have you guys been watching me? Hola, hermana, Yankee Sister Homestead. Welcome. Welcome to the Gquat Traditions Family Reunion Bus. How are you doing? Oh, speaking of buses, including the one you threw me under Monday, but I'll take care of that. That was the best idea in the world that you had for me to go over the questions live today. That's really great. Hello, Maria Graham. How are you? Thank you for coming and welcome. I'm trying to see. Okay, there I can see it. Hello, Sissy Joanne Stevens. I know that you're out and about. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I think you told me when I talked to you this morning that it was going to be 90 degrees out there. Oh my goodness. Hey, Martika, how are you? How are you doing? You've been awfully quiet lately. Hello, Butter Roll Boutique. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. So, it got warm in Connecticut and then it got cold. Then it got cold. And Teresa Bailey, hello from Chile, Maine. It got warm again over here, too. Roscoe is there. It's 92 degrees. Hi, Roscoe. Uncle Roscoe is Joanne Stevens' husband. Maria Graham says it's 80 degrees in South Carolina today. Hi, Gina. How are you? I know what time it is, and thank you for coming in to say hello. I appreciate you. Hello, Shakira. Hello, and welcome everybody to the Gquat Family Reunion Bus, where good friends become family, and family is everything. Has anybody been outside working in the yard today? Wave your hand or put a one in the chat if you've been outside. I went outside this morning. I had several errands this morning, and when I got back, I went and watered my grass. Not my grass. I don't even have grass. I live in an apartment. Watered my garden. Everybody's been out there. Everybody's been out there except me because it's really a little bit cold to be planting, and I have a community garden which is some distance away from where I live and where I have to walk. So it's not like I can just take the plants out, sit them out in the backyard, bring them back in, take them in and out. So it's a one and done. Butterroll Boutique says she's sitting in the doctor's office right now. Prayers that everything is okay. My sister Joanne is not in the doctor's office, but she's at another meeting. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Hello, hello, my friend. Hello, nephew. Maria Graham says, I look cute today. Thank you. I love leopard. I love leopard and animal prints. This was actually a birthday present from my daughter, but I just got to putting it on today. But I didn't want to be warm because it's long sleeves, so I have my AC on, believe it or not. Yankee Sister says she's on her phone, so she can't say hi individually. I will tell them individually that you nominated me for that challenge that I have to do today. So that's why you're not there. Yes, everybody. Thank you, Maria Graham. Please, everybody, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you for coming. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell so that you will know when I go live or when I post another video. I think I posted a couple of quick ones today. So everybody's speaking to each other. And a funny thing, I planted my garlic late, very, very late this year. And in fact, two Mondays ago. and it didn't really look all that healthy. It didn't look like it was doing that well. Hello, Psalm 146. God's glorious afternoon, Auntie Ellen. I saw your video. The boys are getting out of school. That was a nice haul that you got from Mike. And thank you for the shout out and for your little present that got there. Mike's Chaotic Gardening says, drive safely, Yankee sister. So, what I wanted to tell you about the garden is this: the garlic, the hardneck garlic that I bought in October and was supposed to plant on October 31st. Well, when I planted it, it didn't look so good. It had been in the freezer, the refrigerator, in the box, and everything. And it's been in the ground, I want to say a week and a half, and I don't see anything protruding yet. But I went in the refrigerator and took this out. Ta-da! Can you see this? This is just garlic from the grocery store. It was organic garlic. But guess what? I'm going to take these and plant them. Maybe I'll interplant them in where the garlic is supposed to be. Mike's Chaotic Gardening said that's too funny. That's some of his work growing things somewhere somehow. Yankee sister, I will be in just a minute doing the challenge. I'm going to wait until about 4:15 and do some show and tell, and then I will. It is ready to plant, Yankee sister. It's almost ready to chop the tops off and eat it. That is chaotic, Mike. But I'll tell you what's not chaotic. Can you guys see this? These are tomatoes that were started, my Tiny Tim tomatoes, and I just plucked these off today to go in my salad. Look how many I'm getting every few days. So many. Butterroll Boutique says her garlic, onion, and potatoes always stick around until they bloom like that. Yep, they grow better in the house than they do in the dirt, don't they? Hello, can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. So look at these. And you know they're so good because they were totally, totally ripe on the vine. Speaking of Arrow Gardens, many of you know that I won, or maybe you don't, I won the WIG Grow Off, which is a winter indoor growing uh, challenge. And Mike's Chaotic Gardening and GT Junior Alaska sponsored it. And some of the gifts I got, I'll do my mail haul now. And some of the gifts I got a nice, I actually did a quick little video, nice little card from Mike with a little note on the inside. Let me see, what should I get you next? Oh, there is a little, here we go with things falling down. A bee pollinator that I don't know where it went. There's so much stuff on the chair. But there is a bee pollinator that I received. Can't stop. Hello. Oh, you love mowing, Maria Graham? I used to. I used to do it every day. Then I got a hello, Black Guns and Gardens. Thank you for coming. Yankee Sister said WIG Grow Off Challenge. Yahoo. So going back to the gifts that I received, Black Guns and Gardens says hello, Gquat Traditions and Chat. So I got the plant pollinator. I usually use just a makeup brush or a Q-tip. That's about $5 worth of tomatoes in surprise. You're about right, Sissy. Vine ripened. And speaking of seeds, in my package that I won for the grow off were 150 packs of seeds plus the seeds that came with my new hydroponic garden. So this has five. I'm not doing a review on it or anything. I just want you guys to see it. It has five more pods. I have one with six and another one. So I will be doing a mass planting. Oh, Mike, yes. I can't eat. I can't eat tomatoes from the store in my salads. They don't taste right. I have to bake them or something. Speaking of which, when I don't have tomatoes for my salad, this little thing is a little container that I get mandarin oranges in, and I put that in my salad instead. And what I do with these later on, I take my soldering iron and put a hole in the bottom. And this is pretty thick. And I use these for planters. I use these for planting. I will be planting a lot of seeds. Um, Part of my outdoor gardening thing, I have been foraging. And these, hello, Angela's Gardening Delight. Thank you for coming and welcome. These are dandelion flowers that I picked. I'm infusing them in olive oil. I'm actually going to make a video of how you make dandelion salve. And some people call it salve, some people call it salve. Whatever you call it, it's good for your skin. And I made a couple of notes to talk to you guys about the dandelions, because yes, dandelions are weeds, but they're not just a pesky weed. The leaves, roots, and flowers offer health benefits, and these include promoting liver health and fighting inflammation. Do your own research though. It's used in teas and health supplements to support blood sugar management and boost skin, liver, and heart health. It's a rich source of fiber and many vitamins and minerals. So the first part of, because pretty soon once you start mowing the grass, you won't have any dandelions. They'll get cut off. And so now is the time to get them and just start. You can soak them. First, you let them dry out for a few days. When they dry out, you put them in the oil of your choice. What I had was olive oil. You have to be careful about putting it in coconut oil if that's your choice, because in some climates, coconut oil is pretty dense at room temperature. Like here in Connecticut, it's coagulated, it's thick at room temperature. So I've started my infusion, and I will show you the complete process in making the salve out of dandelions. The rest of my mail haul this week, one of my neighbors came by and left a package on the door, and she knows that I have trouble seeing, and I thought this was really nice. She has an ultra bright full page magnifier where you can read easily, turn on a bright LED light, and take it anywhere. And I was wondering why she gave me batteries. It takes three AAA batteries, and she even left the batteries and she left it on my door. I thought that was so sweet. Oh, it says eye candy. Actually, I like my eye candy to be at least 6 feet tall and have a six pack, but there's all kinds of eye candy, I guess. That was a joke, you guys. That was a joke. Then, because it's about to be Mother's Day and Father's Day, I usually make gifts for the family. And as you know, we have been making journals, and I've sent all the journals out that were going out. You guys can make your own, but I wanted to show you some that I will have for sale. These, I have plenty of fabric for these. These are dragonflies. This is actually my personal journal. I don't usually have one for myself except for that one with the hand sewing and my name on it. So the little pen holder was short. So I decided to keep this one for myself. But I'll show you some of, because some of you asked about journals. This is another one that I made lately. But see how nice these are, you guys? I didn't even have any more of the fabric for the page holder. So I just put a contrasting color in there. Use whatever you have, whatever you like. A lot of people like red. I know the University of Georgia is red. This is an Asian fabric, but I thought it was really pretty. So I made a journal cover with this. I haven't put a pen pocket on it because I didn't have any more leather right now. Although you don't have to put leather. You can make it out of a 6.5 inch square of cloth. This one I will probably give to my MOM because she likes flowers. I only had enough of this fabric to make two of these journals. So I actually stuck one of the family research albums in here. But I just wanted you guys to see what you can do. Hello, Barb Brownlee. Thank you for coming and welcome. Oops, there goes my tissue. This you guys have seen. Bouger Prepper has a journal cover like this. I have a few more pieces of this fabric left for anybody who's interested in getting a journal. You can actually email me. Something happened to my comments. Oh, there they are. And this one is a pièce de résistance. Everybody likes the journals. Most of the other journals are 35. This one is 49 because the fabric is so expensive. It has a leather pen case. This one has a leather bookmark as well. So I do have about 10 of these that will be available. And my email address is the same as my name, Ellen Pankey at gmail.com. Okay, so hello, my Renaissance grandma. Thank you for coming and welcome. I do want to tell you something interesting. By the way, if you're here on the replay, please leave a message so that I will know that you're here because the messages are not saved. Only if you, the chat is not saved, but if you leave a message, I will get it and I will respond to it. So I have exciting news for you guys because it seems like there's such a short time and I run out of breath at the end of the lives on Thursday. And not only that, but Thursday, 4 o'clock, I understand, is a work day for David Corey says he's here on replay, everyone. Hi, David. Thank you for coming and welcome. It's 1 o'clock on the West Coast. Here on the East Coast, it's 4 o'clock. So I know people are working and they come by after they get off work, leave a thumbs up, or they take their break in the bushes and say hello. And I really appreciate that. I know it takes an effort, but guess what? I will be going live every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. just before the chat, just before Nikki, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick goes live, and Stacy Hands in the Dirt. So I'll be on for an hour and it will be dedicated exclusively to quilting, the arts, doing something related to art. So being said, I wanted to show you, those of you who are interested in quilting, I've shown you how to do, those of you who have been coming, how to do a half square triangle. We'll go over it again because that's what we will be doing on Saturday. And this quilt in back of me is actually the back of a quilt. The back of a quilt. And what I want to show you is that it's just arranged with half square triangles. One half is a print from an Australian designer that I like that has a lot of floral patterns named Cave Facet. And the other half is a light colored fabric. And as you can see, I've turned them different ways to create different patterns. This is just 4 different patterns. So, okay, Gina, thank you. Thank you, sweetie. So, I'm so excited. So, anybody who wants to participate in making something live, you can sew by hand, you can sew by machine on Saturday, have your machine set up, have your needles threaded, have your manual there. And just to get started, I just want to give you some rough supplies. Just a needle and thread if you're sewing by hand. Dual purpose thread will do. A yard of either unbleached muslin, which is off white, or black Kona, and then strips of fabric, but get up to like a yard of either black or off-white fabric to mix with the blocks, and the yard of fabric for the front or the accent color, the focus color, get 1 yard, but you can have it in quarter yards. Instead of buying 1 solid yard, get like a 1/4 yard of one thing, a 1/4 yard of something else, a 1/4 yard of something else, and get cotton batting, and try to get a twin size cotton batting. You can get it like at Wally World, on Amazon, whatever, because you'll be using it for multiple projects. On Saturday, I want us to start with something small, and we'll either do a journal cover like you just saw, or somebody's knocking at my door. I'm very sorry. I have a sign on the door that says don't knock. Can you hold one moment, please? I'm very sorry. Thank you, sorry. Okay, I'm coming, you guys. Okay, sorry about that. One of my neighbors, FedEx or something, left a package downstairs, and she was kind enough to bring it to me. Hello, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick or ELOC nation. Okay, so the measurements we're going to end up making for the casserole dish or the journal, you can make as a review. You can make either a casserole dish, a journal, or you can start on making a quilt. You can use old clothes and cut them up in strips, and we will go on from there. Now, I want to talk to you about getting to know me, getting to know all about me. I wish Lady Cheryl were here. Hi, Lady Cheryl. I wish you were here to sing for me. I sing our garden song, but I can't hold a tune in a wheelbarrow. But it's just fun. I just do whatever I like. Lady Cheryl, can somebody, Lady Cheryl, can you put your hand up? In fact, everybody who's in here and has content on their channel, can you put your hand up? Those of you who are unfamiliar, what I suggest you do is write the channels down. You can click on them, write them down, but guess what? We end up getting unsubscribed from so many channels, even the ones we deal with every day. Everybody's saying hello to Lady Cheryl. She's a celebrity. She's a rock star. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about now, Yankee Sister nominated me for T-Nug's Getting to Know You Challenge. Hashtag T-Nug Getting to Know You. So I'm going to answer a bunch of questions that are part of the challenge. Number one, do you have pets? Yes. I'm down to one. His name is Mr. Hershey. He's a little Shih Tzu therapy service dog. He weighs 10 pounds, and he's 10 years old. I've had him since he was 8 weeks old. Are you in a relationship? Yes, I'm in a long term relationship. I'm married to my family, my subscribers. That's my relationship that I'm in. Okay? No, I'm not in any other kind of relationship. I'm good. I'm good. Lady Cheryl's going to the post office. Take care, Lady Cheryl. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Number three, do you drink alcohol? I like to have a nice little drink now and then, and I'm an excellent wine maker. I make really good wine, and I have been for over 30 years, better than you can buy in some of the stores. It's really excellent wine. Hello, Urban Garden Chronicles, if I didn't speak. Actually, hello to anyone who's in here that I have not spoken to before. Do I believe in God? Amen. And I attend virtual church every Sunday. My sister Joanna's in church and my mom. It's the same the same church that I was baptized in when I was about 4 years old, and I'm still a member. I'm still a member to this day. And even though I don't go to church, I the first thing I do when I pay my bills every month, I pay what I committed to pay to myself to the church, and some people tithe, some people give offerings. I think that what you give to whatever organization you give it to is your personal business. I will say this, whatever you believe in, I think that I live by the 10 commandments, and that's how I was raised. And I live by the golden rule to treat others the way that I want to be treated until they don't. And then that's another story. Amen. Amen. If you see me fighting a bear, don't help Auntie Ellen. Help the bear. Hello, Texas Lala. Thank you for coming and welcome. Welcome aboard the Gquat family reunion bus. This is Lilac, my former head goat's bell. It's about 15 years old. I cleaned it up and I like bringing it. What do I drink in the morning? As soon as I get out of bed, I chug a 16-ounce bottle of spring water. When I'm in Arizona, I chug two before my feet even touch the floor. As soon as I chug them, I'm running down the hall. Plus, I've usually been sitting there after I've been running around the YouTube streets half the morning. I take a nap like in the evening, 6ish, 7ish, and then I wake up, with my feet like boots on the ground, running all over the YouTube streets. Barbara Ellie says, I'm hilarious. The kids think I'm funny, a funny Nana. Can I do 100 push ups? Or should I cross out the zero and say, can I do one push up? Nah, can't. I used to be able to. I used to be able to. I used to be able to pass the same physical that you pass for basic training to to get into the military or any other paramilitary organization. Favorite season of the year? Spring. I can't wait to go outside and smell the fresh air, smell things blooming. When I was on the homestead in North Carolina, right outside my building, my bedroom, was a huge magnolia tree, just huge. And it smelled so good in the spring. It had these huge white flowers coming down, and just the whole place was full of trees and berries and fruit trees, all kinds of things. My personal garden there was about a quarter of an acre. It was really big. Had two chicken coops in it, a fenced garden. The chickens, ducks, goats could run around in it, all of that. Favorite hobby? My hobby has been elevated to an art, and that would be quilting. I love, love, love fiber arts and anything dealing with fabric. I love to touch it. I love the way it feels when it's new, when it's old. Do I have any tattoos? My daughter just found out not too long ago that yes, I have one, and it is a lavender butterfly about this big, and it's on my back shoulder. I had a mole removed from my back and it left a scar. Vanity, thy name is woman. And one of the nurses in the doctor's office told me that girls were getting tattoos to cover them up. So I went to get my tattoo. And I told my granddaughter, and my granddaughter told me what to do. She said, Nana, put on a wife beater under your suit. I had the kind of a job then that I had to wear a suit to work every day. I didn't wear a tie. I would wear a strand of pearls. That was my tie. So I left work early this particular day and I went to the tattoo parlor, and these guys are walking around, strapped because you have to pay in cash. And those things are not cheap. So I'm just chatty, 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 chatty talking. And then he said, okay, sit on the chair. Sit on the chair. So it was a chair with a back. I had a skirt on. I had to put a towel, my jacket over my lap and sit on the chair backwards so he could work on my back. Funniest thing, people were walking by, stopping. Here's this lady with heels sitting, with her back across the chair. It was really funny. I told the guy, well, if anybody stands there too long, go out there and make them pay for watching. Yeah, that's what I said. Do you wear glasses? Yeah, these are not just ornaments. I need them to read. I actually have 20/20 vision in one eye, the one eye that works, and I can drive. I can see anything perfectly. I do wear glasses for two reasons. Number one, to protect my good eye against dust or things flying or walking into things. When your depth perception is off, you bump into things that you shouldn't. Okay. Do I have any phobias or fears? No, I'm not really afraid of anything. I don't think I've ever been afraid of anything. I don't know whether that's good or bad. In Nikki's chat the other night, they mentioned I drove a 25-foot truck with a tow dolly and my car on it from California to Connecticut by myself. By myself. Yes, yes. I feared no evil. Mr. Mossberg was in the back, and I had a friend near my hip, so I was good. I was not afraid. Do I have a nickname? Yes. My nickname is Penny. It's actually my name. Ellen is my government name. My family has never called me Ellen. My grandmother's name was Ella, and I was named after her. And she was such a lady. I was such a, a little busybody, I'll call myself, that my family called me Penny. I don't think Daddy ever called me one day in my life Ellen. Ellen. In fact, he called me Pen Pen. I used to be afraid of heights, Nikki, but not so much. Not so much. When I was driving that truck across country, when I was in the Great Smoky Mountains, there was a bridge. There was a bridge and it was way up high in the air. and there was something wrong with the right lane, so all the traffic was diverted, and you had to drive like next to the water, looking way, 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 way down. That shook me. That was very, very uncomfortable. I don't like heights. When I was younger, I was afraid of height. I was very afraid of height. Ellen would punch the shark. I would. I would. He better stay on his side of the line. But somebody got on the CB and it said, Breaker 19. I'll pretend I'm talking CB because they talk about my English, my New England accent. Well, where'd you learn how to talk? That's not how you talk. So I said, Breaker 19. They were saying that little Penske truck's holding up traffic everywhere. We can't get nowhere. We ought to run her off the road. So they didn't know that I had a CB in the truck that Daddy bought me. I took the CB. I said, Breaker 19. This is Pecan Tan from the maple syrup land, and I'm driving the Penske truck. If I turn this blip sideways on this bridge, ain't nobody going nowhere in the next 10 hours. I suggest you leave girlfriend alone. It was like, they were cutting each other off. Miss, you need some help driving that truck? We'll help you get to your next stop. Yeah, nobody bothered me anymore. Do I believe in, okay, favorite candy? Snickers. I like Snickers. Snickers, Snickers, Snickers. Do I believe in ghosts? No. But I remember when my grandson, well, I'll tell you how many children. When my grandson was a little boy, he came to Connecticut and we were at my mom's house. And it's a big house. And on the second floor, there are like 5 bedrooms. And it was dark. And every time he'd go by a bedroom door, it would be like, Nana, there's ghosts in there. I'm like, no, Bakari, there's no such thing as ghosts. Nana, there's ghosts in there. No such thing as ghosts. No, I don't believe in ghosts. Rain or snow? I I like snow, but I can't go outside in the snow. I can't walk in it. I can't do anything. I prefer rain. We had one little snow a couple of weeks ago in Connecticut, and I live in a senior building and a senior neighborhood. There's several buildings with seniors in it, and I was the only one out there in the snow. I got some Fims, some fake Timberlands, so they're Fims, and I went out there, Mr. Hershey and I, just walking around in the snow, and I enjoyed it. But the rain, you can collect it, feed your plants, walk in it. The air smells so good after it. So I would say I like the rain. Do I have any piercings? No, not yet. Not yet. I hadn't thought about it. Age, I will be 75 years old in November. That's 3/4 of a century for those of you doing the math. Maria Graham said she will be making her video soon. Oh, very good, very good. And by the way, for those of you who just came in, Yankee Sis is the one who nominated me for this challenge. French fries or onion rings? Onion rings. And I love, love, love the onion rings, the blooming onions they have at Outback Steakhouse. We usually go at least once or twice a year for holidays. It's one of my mom's favorite places. Texas Lala asked me a question. When she said piercings, I didn't think about my ears pierced. Yes, I do have my ears pierced. I have one hole in each ear. Thank you, thank you. Pinocchio got caught. Her nose is growing. Do I have children? Yes. I have 2 children. A male, they're not children, a male and a female. They're in their 50s. I have 2 grandchildren, 3 great grandchildren, and one great great grandchild. Can I sing? You heard that noise coming out of my mouth. They say make a joyful noise. I used to sing in a choir, but all you have to do is blend in, you know. And every once in a while, I would get inspired. My sister Joanne can tell you. And I get inspired, and the notes just come out, and she'd look like, Sissy, you were singing that. Yeah, every great once in a while. Can I whistle? I don't know if you call that whistling. You know what, though? When I lived in North Carolina, there was a whistling convention they used to have at some college every year where people used to go there and whistle and win competitions. Where were you born? You know what, you guys? I want to talk to you about that. Those of you who are taking this challenge, because, I was a senior corporate paralegal for a lot of years, and I went to law school for 2 years. I want to tell you this, with these YouTube communities and trolls and identity theft, I would be very careful, because most of us, we say, oh, today's my birthday. Everybody comes. Oh, they'll give you a gift or whatever. People know about how old you are. When you tell them where you were born, they have three of the ingredients to trace your identity and do some stuff to you. So I will say this, I was born in the North, and that's it. I won't give you my exact place, but if you need it, you can email me and we'll talk about it. Hello, Yankee Sister says to everyone she didn't see earlier. Do I have any siblings? Yes. There were six of us growing up. My sister Clara passed some years ago, and I have two brothers and two sisters. My sister Joanne Stevens is here in the chat. Here in the chat. Urban Gardening Chronicles says true. Keep it vague. Keep it vague. You know, what I worry about the identity and stuff. Somebody can get your ID. I've heard of people selling people's houses that they live in. They went and pretended they were someone else. They had all the information, forged the paperwork, got it notarized, whatever. And you thought the same thing, my Renaissance grandma? Yeah, no, Yankee sister. No, Yankee sister. As a matter of fact, they don't even remember what your name is. Your real name, I do, and that's not what I call you. I don't call you by your whole government name. I call you something, sister, hermana. Yeah, so you guys be very careful about, don't give all the pieces to the puzzle. Hold something back to yourself. We try to be honest with each other and have true disclosure, but everything ain't for everybody. Everything is not for everybody. Butterroll Boutique, no, because I mean, I have almost 1,200 loyal subscribers. Sometimes I get other people that see my video. It's not that many people seeing it, and most people are honest. Most people are honest. It's just a few little jack behinds that will do something, but just in the future, when you know better, you do better. Can you cook? What is pig meat, pork? I can cook my head off, but I don't. I don't. I'm slow. I take my time. I do things the old fashioned way. I have air fryers. I have slow cookers. I like doing things the old fashioned way. I was just thinking a lot of these questions you're answering are usually people's passwords or security question answers. Exactly, Martika. That's why you have to be very. I just admonish you to be careful. I look cray cray, but I'm not totally cray cray. I actually do have some good advice, and I was a management consultant before I retired, and as such, people would hire me to talk over things or focus groups. You don't believe I can cook? David Corey, go look at my little what, 16 seconds short from this morning. I made 3 loaves of banana walnut bread this morning before I went to my 8 o'clock appointment. Can I swim? Yes. I swim well, not as good as I used to. David Corey's over there, all caps, acting up in here. Let you see. I will do some more cooking videos. More cooking videos. Mike's Chaotic Gardening says never use pet names or old addresses as security questions. Martika says that's why I don't answer those things on Facebook. I said, let me see. Let me make something. David Corey, I thought you were going, well, mail yourself here with Flat Stanley. I got your seeds. I got your seeds. But I can really cook, and I know it. He's trolling me. Urban Garden Chronicles. Hello, Irene's Garden. You are so cute, Miss Ellen. I'm listening. Oh, I have a sense of humor. Send me a loaf. They're already gone. In fact, the lady that knocked on the door before that was so kind to bring my package up, I I put 2 away. They're actually going to Arizona to Uncle Roscoe and Auntie Joanne. So I put them in the freezer before they go out. The other loaf I cut in thick slices. They should be double slices. And I put them on 3 different neighbors' doors. So can I swim? Yes, I can swim. My kids can swim. My grandkids swim like sharks, like sharks. And as a matter of fact, not everybody in here is black, but I just want to say the primary cause of death for black children is by drowning. So we made sure that all of the children in the family can swim or have taken swimming lessons, or at least teach them how to turn over and float on their back so they can, even a baby, they turn over when they teach them how to swim and teach them to turn over on their back, and then they can just dog paddle and get to the side of a pool. Hello, our treasured home. Thank you for coming. And I know it's difficult. You had surgery on your hand. Shower or bath? I take a shower now because I live in a handicap apartment and it has a walk-in shower. Honey, don't get old and get in one of those bathtubs and can't get out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Getting out of the bathtub, even with the side things that you hold on to, is difficult. So I have a shower, but I love that the house in North Carolina had a garden tub where you go up the steps and then you go down and get in it. And it's a big, big, big tub. But I had handrails put on it so that I could pull myself in and out. There were no tow trucks in the bathroom. Okay. We're almost to the end. City or nature? I like them both. I grew up in Stamford, Connecticut. It's a moderate sized town. I went to college in Washington, D.C. I stayed in the area for about 20 years. I had a house in Oxon Hill, Maryland. I kept that house, bought another house with my husband, the property in North Carolina, moved to California, lived in a house there. Oh, the place in North Carolina was just woods, a 200-year-old forest that had never been, hello, I bring it. Thank you for coming. That had never been cleared. You know, all the stuff GG Naturals are doing, Lead Farmer 73 on Freedom Acres. We had to do that. We actually drilled 2 wells, 2 septic tanks, no, 3 septic tanks, and all that you do. So city or country? I like the city when I'm in the city. I like the country in the country. I like Connecticut when I'm in Connecticut. I love Arizona. I like all flavors. I'm like Heinz 57 or Baskin Robbins or something. Am I a good friend? Totally. Totally. I am your best friend or your worst enemy, whichever you prefer. And I've had friends, I'm thinking, I'm almost 75. I've had friends that I've had for 2 and 3 years old. Some of them still go to the same church. We grew up together, some of their parents. Some of the people in their 90s and 100s still call me Penny. Hello, Odom's Homestead. And they say, "Oh, you're back in Connecticut?" "Yes, I'm back." They say, "You still look the same." No, I don't. But everybody has to get old one day. Okay, how many TVs? I live in a one-bedroom apartment, so there are only so many places to put TVs. I have two of them in here, but there are one, two, three, four computers that work as TVs. Okay. What is the worst pain ever? Oh my goodness. The worst pain ever was when I needed a hip replacement and a knee replacement. Who was back in the bushes? Somebody. Okay. So I did get a hip replacement and a knee replacement in the past 2 years, and I feel like a new person. A new person. I have the joy back in my life, and which leads me to the next question: do you like to dance? What? I am a dancing bear. I used to go out at night. I danced the fast records, the slow records, the dances, the records in between. I just love to dance. My dad liked to dance, and we used to put on music, and the whole family would have parties. We would have the big speakers and the amplifiers, and just in the backyard. We've had weddings at my mom's house with like 400 guests, wedding receptions, and we just have nice parties. And my dad could hand dance, swing us around. When we were little, one of my uncles, Uncle Honey, was kind of short, and we used to do that hand dance, and he would pick us up, flip us over his shoulder, and come down and dance. I would still be dancing. My sister Joanne, she did not like that. Do not pick her up. Do not throw her anywhere. I would be running like on a sliding board to get picked up and thrown back in the air again. Camping or hotel? That's a good one. I've been camping. I have lived off grid, as I said. I have lived, last time I moved back to the property in North Carolina, we're waiting to have a new homestead, a new house built. I bought actually two one-bedroom mobile homes for a quick settlement. I was going to live in one and house my Cane Corsos in the other and use it for storage. Oh, and then I bought an 18-wheeler to store my household things while we were waiting to sell the house here in New Haven. Well, I went into the house that I was supposed to live in. It was not connected to the septic tank, wasn't connected to the well, didn't look like it had been cleaned thoroughly. I went and made a pallet in the back of the Jeep I had then. I slept in the car for like a week until we could get everything set up. So now, as Mona sifting some sauces, baby, I will take the hotel. And I don't want just any raggedy hotel. The more stars, the better. 5-star will be just fine. Thank you very much. Do I think I'm weird? No, silly rabbit. I know I am. What, are you kidding me? I know I'm weird. I've always been weird. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. How long have I been gardening? Since I was about 2 or 3 years old. Daddy used to take us outside, and hello, Garden State Gardener. Thank you for coming, and welcome everyone to the Gquat family reunion bus. So Daddy would take us outside and tell us when we were little to put two seeds in the hole. You could always snip one off, but he grew up as a farming family, and he couldn't afford not to have crops. So we always had a garden. Always had a garden. In fact, Daddy always planted rose bushes just for the spoiled one. And I always wanted marigolds. I love marigolds. And Daddy always let me have them. In fact, at their house where Mommy and Daddy are, Mommy has so many perennials, and she buys flats and flats of annuals. Well, I just took over part of their yard, and I would go down and plant hosta, whatever I wanted, and they let me. My sister Joanne does too. When I go there, they just let me plant whatever I want. I love gardening. And one day I took Daddy was in the hospital, and I took some flowers, and my mother said, "Did you cut those flowers out of my yard?" I said, "No, I cut them off Daddy's half." But yes, I love gardening. My grow zone, I'm in Connecticut 6B. Connecticut has 3 gardening zones. Yankee Sister is in 6A. Martika and Martika and another gardener are in 7B. The chicken is in 6A. Micro Farmer is in 7B. Yes. So now I am going to tag 5 content creators. But I want to say this. When I first came to YouTube and I used to see different challenges, and I would see everybody tagging each other and nominating each other for everything, I used to feel so left out. I'm not that far away from Jersey, Garden State Gardener. I can, from my mom's house to the George Washington Bridge, would be like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't really drive on the highways anymore. Nope, I prefer the train or some type of commercial transportation and flying. Okay, so I would like anybody who has not been tagged for the challenge, Tina, getting to know you. If you have not yet been tagged, please raise your hand. Don't worry, I already have my list of who I'm going to tag, but I also want to encourage you, if you have not been tagged, I nominate you, Auntie Ellen, to tag yourself. You have the questions. Email me, ellenpanky@gmail.com, and I will send you a copy of the questions. And let me see if I can put the banners up. Show. Okay. So if you'd like to contribute to the channel, to help the channel to grow, we spend a lot of money mailing gifts out. The Cash App is listed there. If you'd like to email me for any reason, it's ellenpanky@gmail.com. The Grammys? What Grammys are you talking about, David Corey? You're just busy, busy, busy. Oh, and by the way, Odom's goes live tonight. I think, I'm not sure what time. You can put it in the chat, Odom. He has a channel called Get It Off Your Chest at 5:15. Motivation from the Muscly Geek or something goes live. At 7 o'clock, Miss Shirley, the OG gardener, goes live. She's probably taking a little nap now. Odom's Homestead goes live at 8 p.m. You know that I love you, Odom. You know after this, Auntie's taking her little nappy nap so that I can get up and run the YouTube streets at night. So, Does anybody have any questions that you would like to ask me that haven't been asked or answered? Oh, I'm sorry. The motivation from the weightlifting geek. LOL. That's so funny. Thank you very much. Thank you. Motivation with a late weightlifting geek will be on at 5:15. So you can visit with me because I won't start. Oh, wait a minute. I won't start a project, but I do have one more show and tell to show you. We started last week. Remember this bag? I didn't I didn't emphasize it because I'm going to take this banner off if I can. Hide it. Just a moment. Okay. This was an old bag that my mom had. For those of you who were here the last couple of weeks, and this was the size of the whole bag. It had holes in it, and I stitched it up. This is called upcycling. This is upcycling. These handles were on it. I attached a little tie, so that it could be fastened back. I made a flat bottom bag for it. I'm going to make a hard support thing, which I will show you live how to do that starting Saturday. That's a quick project. Hello, G Mama Grows. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that I did finish the bag, but I didn't want to get a copyright infringement. I'm not trying to say I'm selling this bag. I have nothing to do with this brand. This is just for learning purposes to show you how you could take something that's old, beat up. I cut the sides and the bottom off of it. I sewed some fabric on the inside of it and made a pocket. And now it's reusable. And I'm going to give it back to the person that I got it from because she's in the bushes. Hello, mommy. Love you. But I refinished your bag for you. But it'll be a surprise when I give it back to you, mother. Okay, so does anybody accept? And thank you for posting my Cash App, G Mama Grows. I help support Quilts of Valor, seniors, and other charities as well. And other charities as well. So, does anybody except David have any questions that you would like to ask me? We have a few more minutes, and I'd be happy to answer anything that you would like. Gquat, I do stay busy. I've always been like this ever since I was real young. You know what? If I were growing up now, I would probably be on some kind of medicine because I just hate not doing anything. When we were growing up, there was two words you couldn't say. You couldn't say can't. If you take the T at the end of can't and you try, you can do it. If you try hard enough and long enough, you can do whatever you set out to do. And the other thing is you could not say that you were bored. If you were bored, oh boy, I hated to do chores now. Oh my gosh, I barely got through any night doing my chores, excuse me, on time. So my mother even looked at me. Oh yeah, I was busy. I create work. I'd have stuff piled up everywhere. Oh yes, I'm busy. I'm busy. And I've always been a light sleeper. My dad worked at night, and I used to get up when he went to work and just walk through the house looking at my brothers and sisters and mom in the bed asleep. So thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope to see you on Saturday 6 p.m. live before the chat. I'll be their warm-up act. Okay? All right, everybody. This is an I in American Sign Language. This is an L. This is a U. I love you. And I will see you Saturday. Thank you for coming.